If you're not making the sales you want as a teacherpreneur or a homeschool parent who is looking to make sales online, it's probably because you don't have any funnels set up. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what is a funnel, how you should be using them. I'm going to give you really specific examples. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you how to get people into your funnel so that they actually buy. That is the most important piece. Setting up the funnel is the easy part. Getting people into the funnel, that's what you really need to know. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video for that. So what the heck is a funnel? Basically, it's just how someone who is not a customer becomes a customer. That's it. It's not complicated. It's just how do you turn someone into a customer? And there are ways to automate these funnels so that you're making sales every single day. I'll get there. Make sure you keep watching. But let me talk about why it's called a funnel. If you've never thought about this, like a funnel looks like this, right? It's called a funnel because you get people into your funnel in the top here, and there are a lot of people here at the top coming into your funnel, but not all of them are going to get to the bottom to buy. It kind of funnels through, and just a certain percentage of those people that get into your funnel are going to buy here at the bottom. That's why it's really important to get a lot of people into the funnel so that you have enough people by the time they get to the bottom to actually buy, so you're actually making money. Now, I have a few types of people listening to this video. I have people who sell on Teachers Pay Teachers. So you are a teacher, author, you're a homeschool mom, and you have a TPT store, or you want to make a TPT store. For you, if you are just selling on TPT and you haven't expanded yet, then funnels aren't necessarily for you yet. I would suggest focusing on product creation and listing your products the right way. And I have several other videos on that, how to make sure your products get found in search, how to make sure you're making sales, how to make quality resources. Make sure that you focus on that and you build your store first. Then I would expand to funnels and an email list. So an email list is a necessity for building funnels. And email lists, I say this all the time, they are the number one predictor of online business, of digital product success. I truly believe that. So once you have an established store, I don't like to give like a certain number of products in your store, but let's just say 50-ish. Once you have about 50-ish products in your store that are listed the right way and you're making money from them, so you know they're listed the right way, then it might be time to expand to an email list so that you can build these funnels. So I'm actually going to be having a live training this summer about how to build an email list for TPT. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Make sure you're on my email list because I'm going to announce it on there. If you're not on my email list, there are a couple ways to join my email list in the caption below. If you sign up for any of my trainings, then you'll be on my email list. But I am going to show you step by step how to start an email list, the tech, what should be your email list freebie because you need some type of freebie lead magnet to grow your list, what you should be emailing every week. I'm going to go over all of it. Okay. So that's really important. Stay tuned for that. We're going to start in early June. So make sure you're on my email list so that you can get into that live training with me this summer. Now, the other type of people that listen to my videos are people who maybe aren't interested in selling on TPT. You're not interested in creating teacher resources, but you want to create other types of digital products. So maybe you're a teacher and your thing is classroom management. Maybe you already created on TPT, but you want to expand and make like an ebook or a mini course. Then funnels are a necessity for you. It's not just something that, oh, maybe I'll do one day. No, you have to have a funnel in order to sell that product. Because with TPT, they already have traffic, right? They already have people coming to their site to buy. So there's not really a funnel you put them through. You just list your products the right way. And then TPT almost has their own funnel, their own algorithm where people search, they find your product and then they buy, which is a funnel, but it's not necessarily something that you set up the tech for. You just list your resources the right way so that they're found. So let's talk about then some specific types of funnels once you're ready to expand, once you're ready to start an email list, and once you're ready to sell other types of digital products. So you need some type of freebie, a lead magnet, and I'm going to be talking about this summer what lead magnet you should have if you're a TPT seller. It might be different than you think. If you are not a TPT seller or you're looking to expand from TPT, then you would need some type of valuable piece of content that solves a specific problem. So like the classroom management niche, It could be 10 ways to ensure your morning meetings go well. And you do that through routines and classroom management. If your niche is maybe high school math projects, it could be 5 projects you can do at the end of the year for your high school math classroom. And these need to be really valuable. You don't want to give too much. You don't want to like over deliver and give like a whole curriculum, obviously. But I have seen, especially with the teacher niche, for some reason, a lot of freebies that just aren't that great. They really aren't that great. They're not giving a lot of value, or they're more like mindset. No one wants a mindset lead magnet, okay? Unless maybe that's your niche, but it needs to be something tangible, something that solves a problem and gives them an immediate result, not something fluffy. I don't like fluffy lead magnets. I like lead magnets that solve a specific problem and they walk away from that lead magnet with like, yes, that was valuable. What's my next step? I need the next step from this person, because that is how you get people to funnel down to buy. Okay. So if you're like in a completely new niche, not related to teaching, so maybe you're a teacherpreneur or a homeschool parent, but like you don't want to do anything related to the classroom. Let's say that you're talking about like how to grow your Instagram. Then your lead magnet could be like 50 Instagram templates. And yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot for free, but you want it to be valuable. You want it to be something that they walk away like, wow, I can't believe that was free. A great book is Alex Hormozy's $100 Million Leads. Read that. It is so good. Or listen to it on Audible. It is so helpful with understanding like a lead magnet. So you have a lead magnet, and then there are some funnels you can create from that free lead magnet. So one of the things I like to do is have what's called an upsell. So when someone goes to your website and they sign up for the lead magnet, so it's like, hey, do you want this free thing? Give me your name and email and I will send you the lead magnet. So they enter their name, they enter their email, they hit submit. Then they are redirected to a page that says, thank you. Your freebie is on its way to your email inbox. But before you go, I think you'll also love this thing. And that is the thing that you're selling. So it's really important to make sure that your lead magnet and the thing that you sell go hand in hand. It's like the perfect next step. It totally makes sense for them to, once they download the lead magnet, want this free thing. So I love to make sure that when I'm making my lead magnet, I have my offer in mind. So it's really important, I think, to maybe even start with the offer and then make the lead magnet. So if you're a TPT seller, you already have paid things. You can use like one of your best sellers to direct you in making your lead magnet. So then they have the option to buy right then and there once they sign up for the freebie. You can even have like time sensitive, or like on this page only, it's half off. So there's some type of urgency for them to buy right then. Another type of funnel that I love is an email sequence funnel. So in order to set up a lead magnet, you need an email list. You need some way to email people through an email service provider like Flowdesk, or there are other ones, MailChimp. Flowdesk is 100% my favorite. I actually use Kajabi because I sell courses. So if you think that courses might be in your future, Kajabi is excellent. But if you are just going to do low ticket, I would probably stick with something a little more inexpensive like Flowdesk. So what you would do is, after someone signs up for your freebie, then they get a series of emails from you. And the first one can be like, here's the freebie. By the way, if you love this freebie, you're also going to love this paid thing. The second one could be a bunch of testimonials about your paid thing. The third one can be a story about your paid thing. And then you can just start nurturing them weekly, and eventually, hopefully, they will buy your paid thing. So you're just funneling them down. So those are the two main types of funnels that I really like with freebies. I think they're both excellent ways to make sales every day without you actually having to like get on a sales call or beg people on Instagram stories to sell. I want to show you some specific examples of some of my funnels. So let's look at that now. So here is one of my freebies, one of my lead magnets. This is 100 money-making teacher resource ideas. And what you could do is you could set up this is called a landing page where people land, and there's an action you want them to take. So all of the actions I want them to take on this page are to sign up for this free thing. So I already entered my name and email, and I'm going to put, I need this. And then after that, it says your list is on its way to your inbox, but before you go, sign up for my free training. Now, this one is a little bit different because my paid thing that I want them to get into is a little bit higher ticket. It's not like a low ticket offer. It's a full course. And so I have a training that sells them on that, but it's still a funnel. This is still a funnel. People sign up for my freebie, and then it's like, oh, do you want this free training? Then they sign up for that, and then that funnels them into my course. So a free training is another type of funnel you can set up for, I would say, if it's like $200 or more, if the thing that you're selling is $200 or more. And then here is another one. This is actually from a business that I started last summer as like just a test to see if people could start a business from scratch and still make money. So I started a clean, gluten-free business, and yes, I did make money within 16 days. I have another video on that if you want to check that out. But this is a gluten-free bread guide, and then after they sign up for the guide, then it redirects them to my paid thing. So your freebie is on its way to your inbox. Now this goes directly to the sales page because this paid thing is inexpensive. It's $14, I want to say. Let's see. Yeah, $14. So this is a sales page that they go to right after they get the freebie. And it just kind of tells them, you know, what's included, and then they can buy right away. So those are two examples of funnels that you could set up. So let's say that you are trying to grow your TPT store with an email list. Okay, let's say, I'll just use my store as an example. My best sellers are notes and worksheets. So I have a freebie that's like a full week of geometry notes and worksheets. And I also even include like activities and a quiz. Because again, value. I want to provide value. Yes, there will be freebie seekers who get the freebie and never buy. Who cares? I am glad that they're getting this freebie and they are getting value even if they never buy from me. And that's the mentality that I want you to have. That could be a whole nother video. Then after they download that, then I have an email sequence for them that's like, hey, did you know you can get the whole unit? And then I link to my TPT store. So I don't have like a sales page since it's like a TPT thing that it redirects to. I just have an email sequence that they get. So they sign up for the free week of geometry resources. Then they get like 3 series of emails that are talking about my full unit, giving reviews, testimonials, telling how I used it in my classroom and how it saved me so much time, that it's print and go, that there's video lessons, all the things with a link to buy that thing. So all of those are different types of funnels. Now let's talk about how to get people into the funnel so that you get more sales. Okay. I'm going to give you like 7 different ways that you can get people into your funnel. I don't want you to do all of these. I want you to focus on one. And then when you see you're making sales from that one, then expand. So Instagram is a great way to get people into the funnel. Please do not just post like your cover photo from TPT to Instagram. No one cares about that. They want value and educational content on Instagram. So if you're still in the classroom, Instagram would be great because you can show your resources in action. Now, don't show kids' faces. I wouldn't even show kids at all, to be honest. Maybe like hands are okay, like showing their hands. Just be really like careful with that. But what you can do is you can show you like cutting it out and like how you prepare it. You could show yourself like putting a bulletin board up. Just show your resource in action. And then you can set up something like mini chat, and you could say, you know, comment bulletin board. Actually, don't use that. That's way too long. Comment board, and I'll send you the link to this. And you can actually send people directly to your TPT store if you wanted to do that. Or you could say comment board, and I'll send you a pack of 3 spring bulletin board displays for free. And then that can get people onto your email list. So you can test both. You can send people directly to TPT or to your freebie. I would kind of mix it up and do both. So that's the first way. Pinterest is another great way. Pinterest is free. Instagram is also free. So you would make pins that go to your freebie and pins that go to your TPT store. And you could just, I would say, pin 1 image per day that went to one of the 2 things to get more sales. Another one is Facebook groups. Be careful with Facebook groups because people are really aware of like spammers. But if you know that there's a Facebook group that's okay with you sharing your freebie, then I would do that. I would not share my paid TPT resources in a Facebook group. That's just going to get you kicked out. But I think if you get permission to share your freebie, then that could be a way to build your email list. Another way is to start a YouTube channel. So like I'm doing right now, I use my YouTube channel as a lead magnet, as a nurture piece of content so that people watch my video and then they sign up for some of my trainings and they're on my email list. I can nurture them. You can start a YouTube channel about how you are creating resources, how you are using them in your classroom. You can even have like video lessons for your resources. So I have a whole other YouTube channel actually, and it's just for secondary math lessons. And I created video lessons for every single notes and worksheet set in my TPT store. And then I include those video lessons, but also people will find the video lessons on YouTube. And then I have the link to buy in my channel. So that's another way. Blog posts are another way. So if you are more of a writer versus a video creator, you could start a website and start blogging about different things that people are searching for. So this would be more nurture content, like how are you using this in your classroom? Why are spiral homework worksheets better than just normal worksheets? Why is this morning meeting strategy better than any other? And you would want to make sure that you're using like SEO and keywords so that your blog posts are actually found. And then the last way, and this is the main way I actually grow my email list now, is Facebook ads. That's obviously more complicated and not free. All the other ways I talked about were free. Facebook ads are not free, but they are the fastest if you know how to do them. So I've been using Facebook ads for several years. There are quite a few people that can help you out with Facebook ads. I know Jenzea, she is specifically for TPT, so she can help you out with that. But I love ads because they're fast and they're more passive than me having to blog every day. Now, I do also do organic content like this now, but I used to just do Facebook ads, especially when I had like my babies were like newborns. I was just using Facebook ads and not doing any other content. So let me just go over those again. Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook groups, YouTube, blogging, paid ads. This is just a bonus that you can do. You can get a group of people that are maybe in a similar niche as you, and you can have like an email bundle, like a lead magnet bundle with them. I love lead magnet bundles. I think they're a great way to get in front of other people's audiences. You can also get on other people's podcasts or other people's YouTube channels if you don't want to start your own. So lots of different ways to get into the funnel, but I hope this was helpful. I hope that you now know what a funnel is and how you should set up a funnel and how to get people into your funnel. And again, if you want more information, I do have some free trainings in the caption below that'll also get you on my email list so that you can be the first to know when I open my live training this summer all about how to start an email list for TPT so you can build some of these funnels and get more sales. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.